For the first time in its 10-year history, thousands came to the Anoka County-Blaine Airport not to fly, but to cruise. More than 3,200 motorcycles rolled in for the Patriot ride, a benefit for military service members and their families. We met a few of those families who are more connected to the cause than they ever would have hoped.
When you see a lot of the military people lining the roadways with the flags and all the bikes that you're hearing here, just it definitely puts a smile on your face and a chill up your spine just kind of seeing all the events that are going on today.
In a place reserved for pilots and propellers, the Anoka County-Blaine Airport saw pipes and patriotism fill the air.
Today is our 10th annual Patriot Ride, sponsored by Dennis Kirk. One of the things is bringing a lot of members together to show honor, dignity, and respect to those military members and families that have sacrificed and committed to ensure our freedoms that we have on a day-to-day basis.
More than 3,200 bikers gathered at the airport to start a nearly 50-mile ride through Blaine, Forest Lake, Lino Lakes, and Circle Pines before returning for live music, helicopter rides, a raffle, and speeches. This year's Patriot Ride raised more than $100,000 for the Military Appreciation Fund, the tribute to the troops, and the Minnesota Patriot Guard, helping service members overseas, others wounded in action, and to show support at funerals.
It's one of those things to show here in respect to those that have served, like I say, ensuring our freedoms for those people that have committed to it. But it's a way to give back to them. Since I did not serve, was not on the front lines, it's my way of giving back to them and showing the appreciation to those family members that have lost a loved one, either from any of the various different services or branches out there.
Diane Otto of New Prague came for the ride and to remember. Her son Dan joined the Navy in 2007 while troops were being sent to wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
I'm a mom. I was kind of scared for him. It was what he wanted to do. I knew I had to let him do it.
Stationed in San Diego, Dan never saw combat, but never made it home.
He was supposed to be safe there. He wasn't. He went out for a motorcycle ride with a bunch of his friends and he didn't come back.
In need of support, Diane joined a group no family wants to be a part of.
I define my life now as before Dan died and then now after Dan died. So it's a life-defining moment. It changes everything in a blink of an eye.
Through the Gold Star Mothers, Diane met others who shared the same pain, like Mary Claire Lindbergh of Burnsville.
I had a son, Ben, who was a victim of military suicide on June 18th of 2008. He was in the Army. He was in the 101st Airborne. And he was on his second tour of duty in Iraq when he lost his life.
The support is amazing. It's unconditional. They get it. You know, I can call somebody if I'm having a bad day. I can cry. I can scream. I can have a temper tantrum. I can do whatever I want. And they understand that. And they don't look down at me. And they never want to know when I'm going to be over it. Because you're never over something like this. It's there the rest of your life. You get through it. You deal with it the best you can.
This is the family that gets it.
They are my family. This is one big family that nobody wanted to be in, but we're all here and together we're stronger because we support each other. So I can't say it enough. It's amazing. The support and the love and just, it's wonderful to see.
Patriot Guard members who live and work in Coon Rapids say it's a day to thank those who served, enjoy the area, and help military families.
I'm a Vietnam vet, and I know what it was like when I came home, and I think that we finally realized as a country how important those folks who are willing to give their lives for our country, how important they are to us. And so this event really acknowledges that and honors that.
It's a great way to, like I say, show the honor, dignity, and respect to those people that here, again, have served our country to ensure our freedoms that we have that sometimes get taken for granted.
With every bike that hits the road, Diane and Mary see how their son's efforts haven't been forgotten.
This is one of my favorite rides of the season.
I'm welled up inside with joy, excitement, just knowing in anticipation of the day and just watching what happened today. It's unbelievable. It's hard to put emotion to it, but there's a lot of it.
It's emotional. It's heartwarming. It's nice to see that there's this much support for what our guys over there are doing. But yeah, it's just amazing.
Organizers say they expect the Patriot Ride to return to the airport next year. To make a donation to support military families, go to mnpatriotguard.org.